Can't nobody tell you. I'm going to bring more than that.
Here, champ.
Bring this energy with you. Bring it with you.
It's all good, baby.
Hey, how are you, Joe?
Good to see you. Champ, great to be with you.
Great to see you, too.
Hello, old bald man. How
Well,
are
the
you?
original plan was going to be, Shelly, nice to have you as well. Extra security is always welcome. Please, Shelly.
Part two, baby.
Part one.
They will be up in a little bit. Great. Excellent. Good.
Hey, it was a great moment.
Perhaps
Perhaps
far beyond my better
Your
judgment.
whole 6'9" body just laying across like a bird seat. And I'm going to do it again. Trust me.
Well, it's nice to be with you guys again. Good to be with you, champ. Tyson, good to be with you.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Nice to see you as well. I was planning on sitting over here, but based on the circumstances, I'll think I'll, beyond my better judgment, sit right here and hope nothing happens. Why the change in tone? I said to you about a month ago, I said it to you as well, I've marveled at how deferential the two of you have been in the lead up to this fight. You guys have shown great respect. You were well measured when we were together in LA a couple times, a month and a half ago and then a month ago. But fight week changes things clearly. It changes things clearly. So here's what I'd like to do, if we can keep some composure here and some guardrails to a well-managed conversation. And by the way, I do want to congratulate you on both arriving to this point. And on behalf of boxing media and boxing fans and American sports fans, also thank the two of you for leading the way with what needs to be a more common trend in the sport. And that is simply the best fighting the best. Willing to say, forget business boundaries. This is what the sport should be on top of the mountain. So congratulations for that, is simply arriving to this point for all of us to take this in. And also thank you for the past month and a half, 2 months of unprecedented access, great, varied, and thoughtful interviews, because the promotional lead-up has been sensational. So let's try to continue that in what is the last time you guys are speaking here on stage and to the public, the third and final time. You'll have the weigh-in on Friday, which both networks will be bringing, and then, of course, the pay-per-view comes Saturday night at 9. As the WBC champ and the holder of the green belt, and this being your 11th title defense with 41 knockouts, I will give you the opening comment here. You have a live mic, but we're going to respect his opening comment of however you would like to start this news conference, champ.
Well, what can I say? You know, this is the final countdown, like I said, and we all should be happy. This is the moment in time that we all been waiting for. The biggest fight of both our lives, unfinished business, as I call it. And I can't wait. Y'all know when I say I can't wait, I mean every word of it. You know, it's torturing for me the week of the fight to be able to have to sit around and wait as the days drop, as the hours fall down, the seconds fall, just to sit here to wait to put my hands on the body. You know, this is what I've been preparing myself for. This is what I've been waiting so many months for. This could have been happening a long time ago, but somebody put on their running shoes. And they should have. They needed more warm-ups. They needed to get themselves convinced that they're their best when they know they're not. I can't wait. And don't he dare ever, he better not ever say he got me to big time boxing. Ever in this game, I'm gonna slap him. Because if anybody brought anybody to big time boxing, it's me. Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that. I brought you to big time boxing. The last time you were here, what did you do? Who came up and showed and saw you? How many? 15 the first time, 35 the second time. When I came, how many showed up? Damn near sold it out. This time around, I sold the pay-per-view too. And this time around, they here for me to see unfinished business.
All untrue.
That's fact. That is fact. That is fact. I'm talking.
Tyson.
I give you your biggest
talking banana peel.
You've ever had.
I'm talking big woman.
You was fighting in front of 100,000 people.
I'm talking big mama. I brought you back.
You know, you're a bum.
You was strung out on cocaine, bruh.
No one knows you.
You were big as a house,
bro. You could cherry pick me.
You were contemplating about killing yourself because you didn't want to live
anymore. And that's the man you wanted to take on, was it?
Bro,
a man who was going to kill himself.
I said, Fury, get your fat ass up.
An easy victory,
I said, you get in that
gym.
It didn't work out. I said, I dare you to come back. I said, you won't come back. And what you did? Come on.
I come back and kicked your ass all over.
You heard me, you took my advice, didn't you?
Tyson, you want time for an opening comment, or would you like to just engage back?
He can't help himself because
like
he knows it's something that's killing him inside.
All right.
He can't help himself.
Do you just want to engage in this? Which
you lie about everything.
You want time for an opening comment?
I tell the truth about everything.
Go
Receive it, baby, Michelle.
Please go ahead. Take a minute for your opening comment, and then we will fully engage here for an hour.
Maybe
go ahead.
Drugs got him lying so much.
Go ahead, Tyson.
But I revived him. He didn't have to go to rehab. I gave him. I rehabilitated him back. And here he is now, the second time around.
Are you finished?
No.
Continue. This is your 5 minutes of fame. Continue.
I'm still talking. And here we are now.
Try and speak a little bit more clear, because I can't understand the words you're saying.
Are you done with your opening comment?
It's something hitting him in his heart, so I'm going to let him speak.
All right, Tyson, your opening comment, and then trust me, we will go back and forth.
I didn't hit a nerve. He's just shaking on the table, boy.
Go ahead, Tyson.
Go ahead, bro.
Is he finished?
Go ahead, man.
He says he's finished. The floor is yours.
Give him a little bit.
Lineal heavyweight champion, sixth defense of the tradition-rich lineal belt. Please, Tyson Fury.
You know, Deontay Wilder spouting a lot of rubbish. He gave me an opportunity, did he? I give him his biggest paydays of his whole life, got him a big contract with Showtime, brought him to the biggest stage in the world, being Las Vegas, and here he is, this is how he thanks me. He's got a whole lot of appreciation for someone who's fed him, looked after him, and put millions in his account. Very nice person, D. You know, you owe me everything. I brought you to this level. Welcome to big time boxing. It's his second fight on the top. He fought his number one ranked opponent, Luis Ortiz, in his last fight. He'd done 300,000 buys. Against 300,000 buys in the biggest country in the world. I can fight a bum and do 1 million views at home, you know. So.
Well, you're not home.
Well, I am home. This is the home of the Gypsy King.
How much did you do?
This is the home of the Gypsy King.
You fought here.
Home of the Gypsy King, Las Vegas.
You remember the time you fought here? How many came and saw you?
With the biggest entertainer.
How many came and saw your talent?
It was full in here when I boxed.
It wasn't full. It was 1,500.
Full. Get the video back up and you'll see.
Last time was 3,500. You gave away the rest of the tickets.
Listen, you're just a top show fighter. I'm giving you the opportunity to defend your belt. But when I've took it off you and burst your bubble, just like the last British man, you know, came here, burst the bubble of an undefeated fighter.
See, they always,
they always get beaten.
They always want to take the credibility of when we invent something. They want to write their name on that shit. It's been through history and time, and here it is again, right before our very first
Damn right.
You want to take the credibility of something that you don't have no claim to name to. I brought you back. I gave you the biggest person. Everything you say is what I've done to you. Just keep it real, bro. We fighters. It ain't no shame in our game. It's supposed to be like that.
Talking bullshit.
Why all y'all
We're here to fight. Whether you're whatever you want to be, an actor or whatever. Listen, bring your A game on your acting night on Saturday night, and I'll put you into permanent retirement.
The one that's gonna whoop your ass and put everything else
to
rest, just like I did the last time.
Do it last time.
You still think? How many times you dreamt about the 12 round?
Never.
Because that's the only thing that y'all can promote. Hello? Can you talk? Cat got your tongue? Tissue in your mouth?
Let's have a great conversation about that 12th round in a moment. But what I want to focus in on right now is the path that you both took to arrive here. So a look back at the past year and how you both have arrived to this mega event. Gentlemen, it was an incredible past year for each of you. Obviously, your rise and fame of coming stateside to Vegas and 2 knockouts that could win Knockout of the Year, sensational. But by far the biggest takeaway when you watch that in terms of thinking about this fight is 47 stitches along that eye. Your reaction to that happened in September and your feeling for the impact that it could make on this fight Saturday night, Deontay.
I mean, it's going to be a big factor. You know, it's going to be a big factor, not for me, but for him. You know, that's what he's been thinking about. It's, you know, Joe, it's a lot of energy that's been circulating throughout his nervous energy that's been circulating throughout his camp. There's a lot of secrets that's been going on. There's a lot of things they've been covering up.
What do you want to share with us?
But, you know, I don't want to share nothing with you, you know. But I just want to let you know it's subliminal messages. This is what we've been getting for all these years. I'm giving you a subliminal message being a veteran in this sport, I understand, I know, I have a sixth sense. I know what nervous energy is and what it looks like and what it smells like. Pussy. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
And you believe that cut brings about that nervous energy?
Yeah, that's part of it. That's one thing.
Tyson, how is the eye? How is the eye and how is the scar tissue? 47 stitches, plastic surgery inside and out. How's it holding up?
Terrible. It come open 4 times in training camp. It's been coming open with little flicks. So he shouldn't have any problems opening up then, shouldn't he? The biggest puncher that's ever lived. The so-called biggest puncher that couldn't even keep a man down in the 12th round.
Yeah, you brazenly made comments that you want to taste blood. You've said this before and you've said it in the lead up here.
Does not bother me. I'm going to take him, I'm going to cut him and see how he feels like it. I'm going to see if he's going to get up off the floor. I don't think he's got the bottled minerals, bollocks, whatever you want to call it. He ain't got it. He's an on-top fighter. He's a bully fighter. And when a bully gets bullied, he folds every single time.
There was, as we were sitting here and the three of us were watching the highlights of the past year, Deontay's
talking about them knockouts?
Two incredible knockouts.
Okay.
It was tinged with derision as he was watching your 2 fights that took place here in Vegas. What did you learn about yourself with the 2 fights here in Vegas over the course of the past year?
That he couldn't say it.
You know, I learned a lot of things. I learned that I can come here and crack the biggest country in the world and become a bigger star than their homegrown heavyweight. That's one thing I learned. I learned that I can unite 2 TV stations, ESPN Plus and Fox Pay-Per-View, and unite 2 of the biggest rival promoters in the world. Is there anything the Gypsy King can't do? Including slap him in the mouth. Nothing I can't do. Already done it, been there, done it, wore the t-shirt a million times. Wilder, this is a big act for him. He's very nervous underneath. I can see his jumper going in and out with his heartbeat pounding out of his chest. Terrified.
You believe he's nervous right now sitting on stage with you?
He's nervous as hell. He don't know what to expect. He doesn't know what to expect. And he's getting knocked out.
Your job is to stand up, man. That's what you do.
Knocked out.
Vegas, bro.
Knocked out.
When I knock you out, go do stand-up comedy, bro. You got a career in that. You got a career in that.
And when I knock you out,
because I'm crying, laughing, bro.
Begging me for a rematch.
Just do that. You got a British accent, and that's what they laugh. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you because of your accent. You goofy. You're a big mama. You know what I'm saying? You're a big goofy big mama.
You
big
quite don't understand what you're saying.
Big mama.
You speak English.
That's what you're doing.
Bitch.
Exactly.
So you speak in English right now.
So you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, you know the sayings, what's understood don't have to be explained, because come February the 22nd, your body gonna be laying right there.
I do want to ask you something about your
like
past year and the fights that we saw
like
there.
That.
And that is
but this time around, you ain't getting up because I brought my 6-foot-inch nails and I bought a big hammer from Alabama, baby.
Good.
You know what else.
Good. Ain't going nowhere.
You know what else.
I'm going to knock you spark
You know what else.
I can't wait to do it.
You know what else.
You're nothing but a big skinny little
bitch.
Sit
down.
That's all you are.
Sit down.
You ain't nothing.
Sit down.
You ain't scary.
Sit down.
You're not terrifying. I don't look at you and see fear. I look at you and see a fucking pussy with a nose ringing.
Sit
you
down.
Little bitch.
Sit down. You're nervous.
Punch him all over the stage
Sit
right now if I
down,
wanted
man.
to.
Sit
You
down.
couldn't do nothing about it.
Sit down.
Pick him and throw him across that room.
Sit down. You don't believe none of the words that you say. You can't punch. I don't know what you talking about, knocking somebody in the second round. You ain't never knocked nobody in no second round. You got pillows for fists. That's why I kept running through you. Because you can't punch.
Correction.
You can't punch.
I did not last opponent
You can't punch.
Second round.
You can't, man. You told that man to drop and he failed.
I'll tell you what,
Stop.
I do want to get into fight strategy because you did put that out there about the
All right,
second round
this is enough of this
knockout.
act.
There's so much to take. Well, you've been so good at strategy. What do you say we take a quick and much needed break for a moment? When we come back, we will get into the fight strategy of what we will see Saturday night. The final news conference, Wilder Fury 2, continues from Vegas after this.
You funny, big mama. You are funny, man.
You definitely are.
Why you just can't tell the truth? Why? I love it. And I got a nice, and my missus don't never complain about that, baby. 8 kids later, baby. I got a nice ocean in the morning right here, baby. All that skinny talk when I'm laying 43 motherfuckers on the ground. Get out of here, bro. We don't want to hear about that.
No power.
Skinny is in. I don't never have a problem with nothing.
Only one thing.
Maybe you should get on my level.
Me.
Get on my
You always have
level,
a problem with
Get
me.
on my level, big mama.
You can't beat me.
You got your bro?
Can't beat me.
You got your bro?
Yes.
Yes, please. And
You come to the party after that?
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
I'll be
We're
there.
gonna party hard.
I'll be there with your belt.
We're gonna party hard.
So then be mine.
And everything goes, so you can be comfortable as possible.
Just turn up.
You can be comfortable as possible.
Turn up. If you're lucky.
I'm a love partner with you. I've been wanting to do it for a long time anyway. Be one of my best lives.
Just admit it. I'm your idol.
I will admit, I'm a real guy, bro. I'm a real man. That's one thing about me. It ain't no fake in me. I'm gonna keep it real.
This ain't you. This is me. This ain't you.
Who is me then?
You're a more quiet, shy, reserved character.
So you think?
Who screams
So
bombs.
you think? Until you break peace. Until you break peace, and then all hell loose. All hell break loose then, baby. All hell. I'm a king. I walk in peace. I come in peace. My surrounding in peace. My aura is peace. My vibe is peace. My energy is peace. Until you break peace. And you know what happens when you break peace?
I'm a king. I say gypsy king. You say
You say
bronze
fuck
bomber.
peace then. You
Yeah.
say
Third
fuck
place
peace then.
loser.
Then it's a
That
murder
has to
scene.
come in third.
And then it become a murder
wouldn't even
scene.
put that in my
Everybody
name,
know, bro.
third
You better
place.
ask about me.
You've already
man.
been third place.
You better
and you're still
ask
third
about
place.
me.
You're third place
ask about
today.
me.
You're the third best
Better
heavyweight
look
in the
into
world.
her eye.
I'll give you that.
Better look into her eyes that don't play no.
Third place.
Look into her eyes of a man that don't play no fucking games. I don't play no games.
Fuck him. He's going to
Because
number
he's
3
nervous.
now.
He's
He's going to
nervous.
number 3.
He's nervous.
He's dropped in my pound for pound
You
weight.
just said a couple of days ago you were the top 2 heavyweights in the world.
Now I'm number 3.
I'm putting you down to number 3, boy.
I done brought him back and now I'm number 3. Damn. Shit, bro, you damn. We was just number 1 and 2. Me number 1 and you number 2, and now I'm number 3. Who number 1? And who number 2?
Your mama.
Oh man.
Come on, baby!
In that case,
Detroit, what's
in
up?
that case, she deserved. My mom deserved to be number 1. She deserved to be number 1. You know what I'm saying?
I think. All right, gentlemen, you took a nice break there. We were all able to watch the 12th round of December 1st, 2018, as we are here with the WBC champ Deontay Wilder, who has the highest knockout percentage in the history of the heavyweight division, beyond Joe Louis, beyond Rocky Marciano, Sonny Liston, Iron Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, anybody, the highest knockout percentage. And to my left, the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, who absorbs the fewest amount of punches statistically of any heavyweight on earth.
Say
the
it
most
again, baby.
skillful
Say it
tactician, the most elusive heavyweight that exists in all of boxing.
Stand up and take a bow. Thank you very much.
Which side you rather be on?
So the question becomes, as everybody draws back to the 12th round of December 1st, 2018, when the bell rings Saturday night, is it simply round 13? Do you just pick up where the two of you left off?
Yes, indeed.
Get that mic to your mouth.
Yes, indeed. It's unfinished business, like I said. You know, we're definitely picking up where we left off. I mean, he just changed his game. He done changed his whole team, and he done changed up everything. So I can't speak for him, but you know, I'm definitely picking up what I left off at, and more in a more calmer, patient, and devastating fashion.
You got it. Go ahead, Tyson.
Yep, you know, round 12 was a good round. Credit to Wilder. He got me with 2 of the best punches I've ever seen thrown in a 12-round heavyweight fight. And as we've seen, it's been very, very famous. The old knockdown of the Gypsy King has been very, very, very active online and all over the world. But the thing that Wilder must be thinking is, I hit that guy with my best 2 punches I can ever throw in round 12, and he got up.
Well, he's
What
given
have I
you
gotta
great
do
respect over the course
to keep
of the
him
past year
down?
of saying that, right? But how does that play in your head? The fact that you hit him that flush with that combination, and we saw him rise up. We saw him go pure Undertaker, the resurrection of a 6'9" heavyweight, to then come forward at you in the last 2 minutes. How does that play in your head?
I mean, it all felt good. You know, it felt good hitting them and dropping them. It felt good seeing them, and it felt good seeing them rise. You know, because it was the hype lived up to the fight. You know, when fans come and see heavyweights, they want to see knockouts. They want to see knocked out. And when you knock a guy down and he rise up like that, and then come back and still see that he got it and stuff, man, that make great fights. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that at all. You know, it was a controversial decision, which leads to now an even bigger fight, more exposure, more attention, so a more devastating.
No
So
doubt about
I ain't
that.
mad, bro.
Now, there are some who have put forth the idea that something clicked in your head, that all of a sudden when you got up and you stepped to him, you solved the riddle a bit, and then you have been so openly talking about your strategy of I'm going to come in north towards 270 pounds, of I'm going to press the action and step to the puncher, which is so counterintuitive to everything we would know in the boxing intelligentsia of one of the best, most elusive big men stepping to the most destructive puncher the division's ever known. Why?
It's a bold move, that's for sure. But we fight fire with fire. And the confidence I take into this fight, what enables me to take confidence from going forward at him, is I've never lost a dogfight, ever. Even when I've got off the floor, even in round 12, when I went at him, aggressive, he was all over the show. He couldn't contain me. So if I do that from round 1, he's going to be gassing by round 5 and hanging on to for dear life. If he even gets that far.
I don't buy nothing he says. You know, I don't buy nothing he says. The only thing that I believe in Tyson Fury that he said is that you got to nail him to his coffin. And like I said, I brought 6 feet. I brought 6 feet-inch nails and a big hammer from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I believe that come out of this man's mouth, because of course he got to promote and hype up the fight. So with that being said, a lot of these fighters, they like to tell a lot of lies. They like to, you know, to say things that are not true to make themselves look better and whatever. I understand. I get that. But when it's time for that bell ring and say ding, you know, everything else goes out the window, you know. I ain't worrying about these fighters. I'm special, and that's what differentiates me from the rest. My power, my heart, my willingness to go at these guys. My lion's heart. They know what they in for when they fight me. That's why they change up trainers. That's why they do more than what they supposed to do. And now he's dipping his hand in damn gas.
You've often described that power as a blessing and a curse. How so?
I mean, it's a blessing because I can get a guy at any given time. You know my saying. They have to be perfect for 12 rounds. 36 minutes. I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. You know, and the curse is, it's like my doctor said, he never seen anyone with power like this as a human being. And he said only 2 things that happen. He said, when I hit something, I destroy it, or it destroys me. And as you can see, this whole arm is like Frankenstein right here, and it's just adding on. You know what I mean? I got more scars on me than I have tattoos.
Your arm was injured prior to the first fight, but yet not a lot of people knew that. You've only started talking about that in recent months. How different has this training camp been?
I mean, it's been a lot different. You know, I'm more healthier this time. You know, my arm was a lot better. You know, I'm able to throw it, you know, with full power. That first time, I didn't even throw it in camp because I didn't want to injure it. I said, if I was going to injure it in any type of form or fashion, any type of way, that I'd rather to do it in the fight. At least I know I'm getting paid. You know, when you're doing it in sparring, you know, the only thing you can get from that is a delay, and I didn't want to delay this fight.
We're going to take some questions from the media. Please introduce yourself and go ahead.
Yeah, Andreas Hill from the Sport News. Deontay, the first fight, you went viral. You had till this day, you had the knockdowns. This is Black History Month.
Yes, sir.
Are you looking to make a big moment in Black History come February 22nd?
Oh, my God. They picked the wrong date. They picked the wrong month. I mean, they picked the wrong month for this fight to happen. And I've said that many times. And when I knock the Gypsy Queen out, we're going to have a Black History trivia question. That's going to be spread all over the world. And they're going to be able to write it any type of way they want it.
Tyson, question for you. Do you think there's any chance that Deontay can win a decision against you in this fight? Because it was the only path to victory a knockout.
You know, I'm not sure, but I'm not reading into all this this racial thing with a black man versus a white man on Black History Month. And you know, I will refuse to go into any sort of thing about it. You know, we are 2 human beings, 2 heavyweights on top of our game. This is not a racial war. This is 2 heavyweight boxers going toe to toe for all the jewels in heavyweight boxing. Nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, just like to clear that up nice and
I would
clear.
like your reaction to something though, because a decision was brought up, and obviously the way you guys have been going at it here on stage, everybody's expecting this thing never to get to the cards. But let's put up the cards from the first fight, which was the split draw, and then let's discuss, as you see the scores from the first fight up here, and then let's discuss the news today. And the news today is that Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfield, and Glenn Feldman, veteran judges, have been announced as the judges for your fight. These 3 of Moretti, Weisfield, and Feldman have worked numerous championship bouts, as well as the referee, Kenny Bayless. Your reaction to the judges and now Kenny Bayless being announced as the referee assignment?
Yeah, they're all very experienced judges, as we've seen. Kenny Bayless is a top referee. He's refereed me before. He's done a good job. I've got no objections with the referees and judges at all. Whoever they are, they're going to do a good job. It's the biggest stage on the planet. So yeah, I've no real concern about the referee and judges for sure.
Bayless, a veteran of mega fights, Pacquiao Mayweather, Pacquiao Marquez, heavyweight championship fights. Your reaction at all to the judges and/or to Kenny Bayless being named the referee by the Nevada State Athletic Commission?
I mean, I think they all are qualified to. I think they all are qualified to do a great job. You know, I'm looking forward to the fight come the 22nd Saturday. You know, I never complain about the judges or the referees.
Well, you typically don't worry about judges.
I don't worry about that because I have devastating power.
Let's take another question from the media.
Tyson, Sam Gordon here, Las Vegas Review-Journal. A lot of historically great heavyweight title fights here in Las Vegas, but nothing of this magnitude for quite some time. Just what does it mean for you to be at the epicenter of the heavyweight renaissance here in Las Vegas?
It's a big show, and I'm very happy that we could all get together and put this on for the fans around the world. And you know, if it's anything as good as the talking we're doing up on stage, we're in for a real treat, aren't we? That's for sure. Let's hope both men back up all the shit talk, and put on a good fight, which really counts and really matters. And that's it on the night.
Deontay, anything for you to react to Tyson there?
I mean, the question was directed towards.
Sure, understood. Do you have any reaction before we take another quick break?
No, next question.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're taking another break. We're going to invite the trainers up in a moment. We remind everybody how to buy the fight. Saturday's pay-per-view. The ultimate showdown in the heavyweight division, the undefeated champions. You can go to foxsports.com/pay-per-view. You can click buy now. You can download Fox Sports app, stream it live from your favorite device. You can also go to espnplus.com/Wilder Fury, click buy now, or watch it on the ESPN app, or go to ESPN Plus tab and click Wilder Fury Fight Tile. And of course, it's available on pay-per-view. We're going to take a quick break. 15th heavyweight championship fight, and this will be only the third heavyweight championship rematch in history after a draw in the first fight. Deontay Wilder, the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion, now joined by his longtime trainer, JD, he's out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury, with the guy who's going to be the chief second for the first time in a fight with Tyson, and that is from the famed Kronk Gym, Sugar Hill Stewart. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I wanted to get into fight strategy right away, but this took such a different turn today compared to the tone that we've seen in most of the promotion for this fight, that I will start with simply asking you your reaction to what you've seen out of your two fighters here in the course of the past 45 minutes. Jay?
It's appalling. It's horrible. No, I'm kidding. It's fight week. It's fight week. This is what's supposed to happen. You know, it's one thing when it's 3 months out, 2 months out, but when it's the time, when it's that week, it's supposed to get like this. This is what happens when you have the two best heavyweights in the world, both undefeated, both highly motivated, both as competitive as two humans on earth can be. This is what happens. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Sugar?
I'm excited about it, watching the fighters' reactions. You know, everything's been quiet. Everything's been subtle. Today you saw the mood swings. You saw all the hard work that these fighters have been putting into their training camps. You just saw a little glimpse of it on the stage here. The emotions are going up, emotions are going down. Emotions are going up, they're going back down. This is what big time boxing is. These two guys are professional, but they still have their emotions. They still have their, you know, the chip on their shoulder. They both want that win. Both of these fighters are just, you know, expressing themselves like they should.
Sugar, you're one of the biggest variables in this entire lead up to this fight, because the news of Ben Davison being out, still a great relationship, it has been proven, your former trainer with you. But here we go, nearly a decade ago you came over stateside and you spent time in Detroit at the famed Kronk with the late, great Emmanuel Stewart, Sugar's uncle. And you formed a bond also with your cousin Andy Lee, who will be working the corner with Sugar Hill. Why the return to Kronk?
Because like I said many, many times in the build-up to this fight, what I did last time clearly wasn't good enough. So we had to change it up, and we're going to look for the knockout. And who better or what better club to go to than Kronk?
What do you feel like you delivered over the course of the last 8 weeks to Tyson, Sugar?
I feel like I delivered everything that he asked for. He wanted to be better technical. He wanted to be more aggressive. He wanted to be a big, tall, dominant heavyweight.
Well, you guys have specialized in that for years with the heavyweights who have come out of your camp.
Jay, what was your reaction
to the trainer change? What was your reaction to the fact that this camp went in a different direction?
It surprised me because I think the world of Ben. I think Ben and Tyson have kind of been through hell and back together, and they were great for each other. It's almost, to use an English equivalent musically, you know, you had Lennon and McCartney were fantastic separately, but together there was magic. And I think that Tyson and Ben had that kind of magic, probably still do on a personal level. Now Javon Sugar is training him, and he's a great trainer. So I expect the very best Tyson Fury, and that's what we're ready for, is the best Tyson Fury, because when Deontay wins this fight, you know, I want Deontay to get the full credit for beating Fury at his absolute best. I don't want there to be any talk. I want both guys at their best, and I think that's what we got.
Guys, this camp has been very open in discussing their strategy, also in discussing the weight that you want to come in on when you step on the scale come Friday afternoon. Let's go and show the weight of what has been your recent fights, because you are expected to come in upwards of potentially 15 pounds north of when you first fought, as you see the fight at 256.5 against Wilder back in December of 2018, and then what you did against Otto Verleen and Tom Schwartz. Why come in at the heavier weight? Sugar?
Why not? Tyson Fury's 6'9". He's not 6'4", 6'5". He can carry that weight along with the power. He's a big, strong heavyweight, and the weight's not going to hurt him. He still moves around just like a super middleweight. Still, you know, has the ring IQ to set things up and just add some punching power to his arsenal. 270 pounds is not a problem.
And then we've also heard from the fighters discussing what you say of, hey, second round knockout, I'm stepping right to him, why not go that? We discussed that between the three of us earlier. But Jay, when you hear Tyson and Sugar Hill Stewart being so open in discussing we're going to come in bigger, we're going to step to the WBC champ, what did you think?
I mean, whatever they do is what they do, and I think that if Tyson comes forward like he says he's going to, it's going to be lead to opportunities for Deontay, because we don't worry about weight regardless. With Deontay, we don't even use the scale at the gym. What he weighs is what he weighs. As long as he's training hard and eating well, which he's doing those things, what he weighs, he weighs. He's a freak of nature, and so what the other guy does is not that much of a concern from a strategy point, because Deontay's always the lighter guy. I mean, in all these 40-plus fights, he's probably been outweighed in all but 4 of them or so. So it's normal. He's fought guys 100-plus pounds heavier. It's never been an issue. In fact, it's usually advantageous.
What do you think you're going to weigh on Friday? What do you think you'll be on the scale on?
Well, I really don't know, but I've been waking up around by 2:30.
2:30?
You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably come in the high 220s.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm maybe coming in 2:30, so somewhere around there.
You guys bring a calming force to everything up here. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Sugar, Jay, we're going to let you go. We're going to take another break here, the final news conference of Wilder Fury 2. And then, gentlemen, we will let you have your final comments. And one last stare down. We're going to continue on from Vegas. Stay with us. First, you can go to foxsports.com/pay-per-view and click buy now, or download the Fox Sports app to stream it live from your favorite device. You can also go to espnplus.com/Wilder Fury, click buy now, or watch it on the ESPN app. Go to the ESPN Plus tab, click on Wilder Fury Fight Tile, also available on pay-per-view. Joe Tessitore sandwiched between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It has been a fascinating and I think now people motivated very much here to see what happens on Saturday night, past hour of a visit with two of you. I thank you for that. I thank you for engaging in such a thoughtful conversation after all the vitriol that we had early on here, but now I have a sense that it could be bubbling up again, as I will offer each of you the chance for your closing comments. Respectfully, I will ask for you to just sit back, let Tyson go first, then you will have your opportunity. We'll wrap things up, and then one final face-off. Everybody good with that? Tyson, the floor is yours. No face-off, says Aram. Gentlemen, you can do as you please, but Aram doesn't want it. Please, go ahead, Tyson.
Lastly, thank you to everyone who turned up today, all the news and media from around the world. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm not going to go on all day. Fight's going to be an amazing fight. If it's anything like what we've done today, it should be a very, very good fight to watch. Tune in on Saturday night, Fox Pay-Per-View, ESPN Plus, and BT Sport Box Office. Be there, be square. That's it.
Very professional. Thank you. Deontay, final comments of the final press conference.
Like I said, it's the final countdown right here. You know, you can see that we're emotionally invested in this. We want to give you guys the best of us. Come Saturday night, we're going to release all our negative energy in the ring, and it's going to stay there. You know, after the fight, you know, we're going to be able to come together and give each other hugs and tell what great job we done. You know, right now, you know, it's time, and this is the moment we all been waiting for. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I'm sure it's the moment he's been waiting for as well. To have so many people, so many eyes looking in, to put the heavyweight division on notice. And it's been throughout these last few years, it's been tremendous what's been going on. And as our first fight, as y'all can see, you know, it was amazing. We lit it up, and this time around it won't be no different. You know, I think it'll be even more intensive fight this time around. We know each other a little bit more better, and what more do you want from us? You know, to give our all, and that's what we're gonna do for you guys come Saturday night. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it, and that's it, baby.
We all can't wait for it. Undefeated heavyweight champions meeting up. This is what the sport should always be, at its very best, and give credit to the two of you for making that happen. Yes, champ.
One last thing, I'd like to thank everyone that's been involved with this, you know, the networks, the promotion, the promoters, the managers, because with fights like this, it's hard to come by, you know, especially nowadays. You know, we always say the best should fight the best, and sometimes that always can't happen. It takes build-up, it takes a certain point in time for that to happen, but this is something that's never been done before. These are two networks, the two biggest networks in sports, Fox and ESPN, and we got, you know, Al Heyman, we got, you know, everybody that's involved. There's so many names to name. There's so many people, and everyone that knows who's involved, man. I just appreciate you from the bottom of my heart to get this fight going, and here we go, guys. I can't wait.
Great credit to PBC and Fox, to the Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum and Top Rank and ESPN. Guys, you brought it in for a nice, calm landing. That was easy. Well done. Champ, good to be with you. Champ, good to be with you. Kate, take it away. We survived somehow. It's all you.